What's going on, everyone? It's Rafi here, and today I want to talk about something that is incredibly important, which is how cancer patients, specifically people that are dealing with things like colon cancer, for example, can significantly improve their chances of survival alongside treatments like chemotherapy and radiation. So we all know that getting conventional treatment that's backed up by science is very important, and you should do that. But there's more we can do, right? We can't just rely on a band-aid and assume that that's all it takes, because the reality of it is that the problem isn't something that just happened one day. Your diseases didn't just pop out of nowhere. They're a direct reflection of choices that you've made throughout the entire duration of your entire life, right? So, we know the importance of these treatments, and we know there's more we can do to increase our chances of recovery and survival. So I've been reading a lot of research from people like Dr. Peter Attia, Dr. Michael Greger, and I want to share some specific science-backed advice that can really make a difference. Anything that I share, feel free to fact check me. So first of all, let's dive a little bit into nutrition. Dr. Peter Attia, in his book Longevity, talks about how cancer cells thrive on glucose, which is basically sugar. That's by reducing carbohydrate intake and focusing on low-carb, high-fat diet. For example, those that are typically characteristic of a ketogenic approach can actually starve cancer cells and slow down tumor growth at the same time. In a 2018 study from the National Cancer Institute found that patients who followed a ketogenic diet during treatment had significantly better outcomes, especially in terms of chemotherapy effectiveness and reduced inflammation. Now let's discuss another topic, one of my favorites and one of the most ignored topics when it comes to longevity and health, and that is exercise. We tend to vastly underestimate the impact of exercise. When I say exercise, I don't mean just like a little walk around your neighborhood once a week. I'm talking about a holistic approach to exercise that hits all three important parts of your routine, which is basically strength training. Then you have cardiovascular endurance, and the final one, the most ignored one, which is stability and balance. It might seem counterintuitive, but Dr. Attia emphasizes that maintaining muscle mass is actually crucial during cancer treatment. A 2017 study published in the Journal of Clinical Oncology found that patients who engaged in resistance training, like lifting weights, light weights, or even body weight exercises, had better survival rates and lower levels of inflammation. This kind of exercise enhances the body's ability to handle things like chemotherapy, making it more effective and helping to preserve muscle mass during treatment. Next up, one of my favorites, sleep. Not just any sleep, but quality sleep. Dr. Michael Greger, in his book How Not to Die, discusses the importance of something called circadian rhythms, our body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Disrupting this rhythm can weaken the immune system, making it harder to fight cancer. Research from the American Cancer Society found that poor sleep increases cancer progression and reduces survival rates. On the other hand, getting consistent high-quality sleep, which is basically 7 to 9 hours of solid sleep, has been shown to boost immune function and help the body respond better to treatments. And finally, let's talk about stress reduction. As you know, stress directly impacts your immune system and ultimately your ability to fight cancer. Dr. Attia recommends mindfulness and meditation as powerful tools for managing stress. In fact, a study from Harvard Medical School in 2016 showed that patients who practiced mindfulness-based stress reduction had lower levels of inflammation, were better able to tolerate chemotherapy and radiation. So, if you're going through chemotherapy or radiation or any other type of treatment, remember that you can still take control of your health by focusing on these 4 things. Follow a low-carb, high-fat diet, engage in regular resistance training exercise, prioritize your sleep, and manage your stress with mindfulness and meditation. These practices aren't just recommendations. They're backed up by science, and they've been shown to improve survival rates and help the body respond more effectively to cancer treatments. So any one of these things, I can dig deeper into it. How do you exercise? How do you sleep better? How do you meditate? Mindfulness? All those things I will cover in future videos in more detail. And again, everything that I will discuss is going to be backed up by research from peer-reviewed articles and mainstream medical science. There's nothing here that I'm going to be sharing with any of you that is just simply pulled out of thin air. So I will dive deeper into some of these things that I'm learning, that I'm implementing in my life, and I would absolutely encourage all of you guys to stay tuned, watch these videos, comment on these videos, and ask questions if you have any, or share with me what your thoughts are and what you found on some of these topics as well. So thank you so much for watching, and if you found this helpful, share it with someone who might need to hear this, and let's make sure that we're doing everything that we can to support those of our friends that are fighting cancer. So I would like for you to stay strong, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Rafi Chaudhry signing out.